Yeah. So good morning. So today we will discuss normal equations of a straight line. So yesterday we discussed principle of least squares definition and curve fitting definition. So now I will tell you to derive the normal equations of a straight line. How to derive the normal equations of a straight line. Okay. So write down. All of you write down the first question. Question number 1. Derive the normal equations. Derive the normal equations. Derive the normal equations. Derive the normal equations of a straight line. Derive the normal equations of a straight line. Derive the normal equations of a straight line. Okay. So straight line is a linear form. So I have told in curve fitting y equal to f of x. That function form may be linear, polynomial, exponential and logarithmic. Linear means what is that? Order is 1. So straight line is a linear equation. So straight line is a linear equation. Okay. So write solution. Let y equal to a plus bx. Let y equal to a plus bx. Let y equal to a plus bx. Be a straight line. Be a straight line. Be a straight line. Be a straight line to a set of set of n pairs of observations. To a set of n pairs of observations. N pairs of observations. What are the n pairs of observations that we will take? N pairs of observations x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2, so on xn comma yn. Xn comma yn. Okay. So now we have to fit a straight line. So to fit a straight line means you have to identify the constant values in the straight line. So what are the constant values in the straight line equation? Y equal to a plus bx. What are the variables here? Variables are x and y. Constants are a and b. So fitting of any curve means you have to identify the constant values. So in this straight line, what are the constant values? Constant values are a and b. So derive the normal equations of a straight line means you have to find out what is the a value and what is the b value, because those are the constants in the straight line. So how to identify these constant values? So how will you identify? By using principle of least squares. So already I have told what is the meaning of principle of least squares. So principle of least squares means you have to consider a bivariate distribution of n pairs of observations, so that the relation between x and y equal to f. X and y is y equal to f of x. Then y is the known values and y is the given values. So by using these values you can estimate these values. That means f of x values. So y values are given, f of x values are the estimated values by using these y values. So this y is called given values, this f of x is called estimated values. Then the residual of y, because some error will be there, the residual of y is denoted by y minus f of x. Residual of y is denoted by y minus f of x. Then the error sum of squares is denoted by capital E. Error sum of squares is denoted by capital E, and I have told what is the E formula, summation I equal to 1 to n yi minus whole square, yi minus f of x whole square. So this is the E formula. This error should be minimum or maximum? So this error should be minimum. So this is principle of least squares. So principle of least squares means you have to minimize this error. You have to minimize the error. So that means fitting of a straight line or derive the normal equations of a straight line means you have to minimize this error. That means you have to identify what is the minimum value of a and b. You have to identify. So that means for this derivation I will use principle of least squares technique. Okay. So write next line. After this write down next line. Now the problem is to find out the best fit of a straight line. Now the problem is to find out the best fit of a straight line. By by using principle of least squares, by using principle of least squares, by using principle of least squares, by using principle of least squares. Principle of least squares means you have to identify E. Okay, so E means what is that? Error residual, sum of squares of error residual of Y. Okay, so right, next time. The sum of squares of error residual of Y. The sum of SUM sum. The sum of squares of error residual of Y. Error residual of Y is given by the sum of squares of error residual of Y is given by next line. Error residual, sum of squares of error residual is given by E. So what is the E formula? I have already told. What is the summation I equal to 1 to n? Summation I equal to 1 to n y minus f of x whole square. Y minus f of x whole square. This E should be minimum or maximum? This E should be always minimum. Right, next line. After that sentence, right on the next line. We have to minimize E, capital E. We have to minimize capital E. We have to minimize capital E for the best possible values of A and B. Okay, for the best possible values of A and B. Minimization, you have to minimize E. So secondary intermediate you have done maxima and minima problems. So how will you identify the maxima and minima problems? By finding the first differentiation is equivalent to 0 with respect to the constants. So here you will take partial differentiation with respect to the constants. So how many constants are there here? 2 constants are there. What are the constants? A and B. So with respect to A you have to partial differentiate, with respect to B you have to partial differentiate with this E. Okay, right? So E should be partial differentiate E with respect to the constants A and B. Okay, separately. Okay, right. Next time, from the principle of maxima and minima. The partial derivatives from the principle of maxima and minima, the partial derivatives of E, capital E, of E with respect to the constants. What are the constants? Small a and small b. With respect to the constants A and B, because only 2 constants are there, A and B. With respect to the constants A and B must be vanished. Vanished means equivalent to 0. Vanished, V-A-N-I-S-H-E-D. Vanished. Must be vanished separately. That is, what is the meaning of that sentence? That is, dou E by dou A equal to 0. Dou E by dou A equal to 0 and dou E by dou B equal to 0. And dou E by dou B equal to 0. Dou means partial differentiation. So partial differentiation of E with respect to the constant A and with respect to the constant B, that must be vanished separately. Vanished means equivalent to 0. That means what is the meaning of the sentence? Dou E by dou A equal to 0 and dou E by dou B equal to 0. So you have to consider, at a time you cannot consider both. So first I will do dou E by dou A equal to 0. I will simplify one equation I will get. And after that I will consider dou E by dou B equal to 0. You more get one more equation you will get. So after that you will solve those 2 equations, automatically you will get the A value and B value. Because if you know 2 equations, how will you get the constant values? If you solve those equations, automatically you will get the constant values. So what are the constants here? A and B. And if you consider first one, dou E by dou A equal to 0, simplify that, you will get one equation. After that you will consider dou E by dou B equal to 0, you will get one more equation. If those equations are solved, then automatically you will get the A value and b value. Those equations are called normal equations of the straight line. Okay. So first what I will consider? I will consider dou e by dou a equal to 0. E, all of you know what is e? This is the e value. This is the e value. So this is the general formula of e. Okay, this is the general formula of e. So but what is y here? What is y here in terms of y? Y is there. So this is the actually what is the form? Y equal to f of x. Y equal to f of x. Y equal to f of x. Okay. So in this one, what is that? In place of y you have y. In place of f of x, what you have? A plus bx. And in place of f of x, what you have to substitute? A plus bx for straight line. If it is a straight line, you will substitute a plus bx. If it is a second degree, you will substitute that form only. Here, f of x, what is the form of second degree parabola? That you have to substitute here. Okay. So first what I will take dou e by dou a equal to 0. Okay. So right. Next time. Consider dou e by dou a equal to 0. Dou e by dou a equal to 0. Dou e by dou a equal to 0. This implies dou by dou a e. E means what is that? What is the e? Summation I equal to 1 to n. Summation I equal to 1 to n. Okay. Summation I equal to 1 to n. Y minus f of x. F of x means what is f of x for straight line? Straight line f of x is a plus bx. So a plus bx whole square is equivalent to 0. Is equivalent to 0. Dou by dou a, e means summation I equal to 1 to n, y minus f of x means a plus bx. So put it in brackets, whole square, total whole square is equivalent to 0. So here I am writing y I equal to 1 to n because here I term is not used. I means what is that? Yi. So y means y1, y2, so on yn. X means what is the x observations? x1, x2, so on xn. If you want to write, you can write yi, xi, no problem, because those are the variables. So yi, xi. So I is running from 1 to n. Otherwise, simply you can write y minus a plus bx. So y means what is the meaning of y? y1, y2, so on yn. X means x1, x2, so on xn. Okay. So now we have to partial differentiate with respect to a. So partial differentiation. What is the partial differentiation of x power n? All of you know partial differentiation of x power n. Dou by dou x into x power n. What is the partial differentiation of x power n? N into x power n minus 1. N into x power n minus 1. So n into x power n minus 1. So partial differentiation with respect to constant. What is the constant you are with respect to a or b? With respect to a means wherever a is not there, those terms partial differentiation is 0. Wherever a is there, that differentiation exists. Partial differentiation. Remaining terms are treated as constant. Constant partial differentiation is always 0. Already you know. Okay, so that means what is that? This is nothing but assume this is the summation. Summation is a constant, so that should be separated first. This is nothing but summation I equal to 1 to n. Summation I equal to 1 to n. Okay, and then assume this is x. This total term is x. X power n. X power n. So x power n formula is n into x power n minus 1. N means what is that? 2. Okay, so n into means 2 into x. X means this is the x term. What is the x term? Y minus a plus bx is the x term. Okay. N into x power n minus 1. N minus 1 is what is that? 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1. But with respect to a, you are partial differentiating. With respect to a, wherever a is there, that term exists. Remaining terms zeros. Constant with zeros. So a, this is y. This is not a. So with respect to a, partial differentiation of y is 0. Okay. So this is bx. Bx means a is not there. So with respect, this is a constant. So with respect to x, with respect to a, partial differentiation of bx is 0. So here a means partial differentiation exists. Dou a by a is 1. Dou a by a is 1. 1 into is minus 1. 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. So 1 into minus 1 is minus 1 is equal to 0. N into x power n minus 1. Again, partial differentiation of y with respect to a is 0. Partial differentiation of bx with respect to a is 0. So only a term exists. Dou a by dou a is 1. And then 1 into minus 1 is minus 1 is equivalent to 0. Now straight line form is y equal to a plus bx. And you have to separate the y terms and you have to separate the remaining terms. Okay. So in this also separate the y terms and separate the remaining terms. Then automatically you will get one equation. Okay. So see this one. 2 into minus 1. This 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. So send this minus to that side. 0 by minus 2 is 0. That means what is the remaining function? Remaining function is summation I equal to 1 to n. Summation I equal to 1 to n. Okay. Y y minus, now separate these terms. Separate the terms means what is it? Minus 1 into a. That means minus a, minus into plus minus bx whole power 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 means 1. Already this 2 into minus 1 you have set that side. 0 by anything is 0. So that means the term is vanished. So equivalent to 0. Equivalent to 0. Anything power 1 is that number only. So 1 is not required. Okay. Now what I told, separate the y terms and separate the remaining terms. That is what you get. That implies multiply with summation. So multiply with summation is what you get, summation y minus, if you want you can write I equal to 1 to n. So you can write yi also, no problem. Okay. Next term, what is the next term? Summation to a. So summation I equal to 1 to n a. Next summation to this term. That means what is that? Minus summation I equal to 1 to n dx is equivalent to 0. Is equivalent to 0. Now what I told, y terms separate, remaining terms separate, and you have to send these terms to the side. That means minus becomes plus. So that means this implies summation I equal to 1 to n, summation I equal to 1 to n y, summation I equal to 1 to n y is equivalent to send these terms that side. Send these terms that side is what is that? Summation I equal to 1 to n a plus summation I equal to 1 to n dx is equivalent to 0. Okay. So this implies finally what you will get, summation I equal to 1 to n y. Otherwise simply you can write summation y, no problem. Okay. Minus equal to the a is a constant or not? A is a constant. How many times it is there? N times. Suppose 1 plus 1 plus so on 5 times. What is the value? 5. 1 plus 1 plus so on 6 times. What is the value? 6. 1 plus 1 plus so on 100 times. What is the value? 100. How we are getting 1 into 100? So now see this one. A plus so on, how many times it is there? N times. So what is the total value? Na. So Na plus here see, b is a constant or not? X is a variable, b is a constant. Constant should be separated. Separated means what you get? B summation I equal to 1 to n x. So this is a maximum simplification you can do. So what is the first normal equation of a straight line? First normal equation of straight line is summation y equal to na plus b summation x. This is equation number 2. Already y equal to a plus bx, equation number 1. So this is equation number 2. How we are getting this equation number 2? We are considering dou e by dou a equivalent to 0. We are substituting e, and with respect to a you are partial differentiation, then automatically you are getting this equation. So what is the first normal equation of a straight line? First normal equation is summation y equal to na plus b summation x. Summation y equal to na plus b summation x. So now dou a by dou e is completed. Next what you have to do? What you have to do? Dou e by dou b equal to 0, because two constants are there. Two constant means dou e by dou a already we have completed. Dou e by dou a, we are getting summation y equal to na plus b summation x. Now you have to do dou e by dou b equal to 0. Right, next time. Same concept. What you have done like this only you have to simplify dou e by dou b. Okay. So right. Just I will change here dou e by dou b. Dou e by dou b equal to 0. Consider next time. Consider dou e by dou b equal to 0. Dou e by dou b. Dou b means e formula won't change. This is a e formula. Only thing is dou by dou b you will get. So dou by dou b. Dou by dou b. I think all of understood. E formula dou e by dou b equal to 0. So dou by dou b, e formula is same. What is the e formula? Summation I equal to 1 to n y minus a plus bx whole square is equivalent to 0. Same x power n concept. X power n concept is n into x power n minus 1. Summation is a constant that should be separated. N into means 2 into x power, this is x power 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Now the difference is, now you are partial differentiation with respect to b, not with respect to a. Okay, so with respect to b means wherever b exists, that term exists. Wherever b is not there, treat that as constant. So constant partial differentiation is 0. So with respect to b, y 0. With respect to b, a value 0. With respect to b, so what is this term? Bx. With respect to b means what you will get? 1 you will get. 1 into x. 1 into x is x. So x into this minus 1. X into minus is minus x. So in place of minus 1, now what I will get? Minus x I will get is equivalent to 0. Is equivalent to 0. I think all of you understood. Summation I equal to 1 to n. N into 2 into x power n minus 1. You are partial differentiating with respect to b. That means with respect to b, y value will be 0. With respect to b, a value will be 0. With respect to b, bx value will be x. So that x into minus 1, that x into minus 1 is minus x, is equivalent to 0, is equivalent to 0, is equivalent to 0. Now same concept. 2 into here minus 1 is there, minus x means what is that? X into minus 1. So 2 into minus 1. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. You can send the term that side. Okay, that side is 0 by anything is 0. So now what you will get here? You will get x only. Because this is minus x can be written as minus 1 into x. So that means what is that? 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Send that minus 2 that side. 0 by anything is 0. So what is the remaining term I will get? Remaining term I am writing summation I equal to 1 to n y minus of a plus bx. 2 minus 1 is 1 into x only you will get. Only x, not minus x. Because that 2 into minus 1. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Send that minus to that side. 0 by anything is 0. That side you will get only x here. Now same concept. Y equal to a plus bx means y terms one side, remaining terms one side. So simplify that. So that means what we get? You can simplify. The equation. Okay, so multiply with summation x and this term. Okay, so what is the first term you will get? What is the first term? Summation I equal to 1 to n. This x into y. X into y means xy. First term is xy. I think all of understood. X into summation into first term y. Okay. Next minus is there. So minus into plus minus. So that means this is minus a. This is minus a into x, and then this summation you have to multiply. That means what is the next term? Minus summation I equal to 1 to n, summation I equal to 1 to n, this a into x, already minus a means here I am getting minus, so minus a into x into summation, minus a into x into summation, so that means minus summation ax. Next, minus into plus is minus, so this is minus bx into x, minus bx square into this summation, that means what you get? Minus summation I equal to 1 to n bx square, you will get bx square. This is bx, minus into plus minus bx into x, minus bx square into this summation, minus summation bx square is equivalent to 0. What I told? Y term separate, remaining term separate. Where y is there, in this term y is there. So in this term y is not there, in this term y is not there. So separate the terms, and you can send these terms to that side. That means what you will get? This is nothing but summation I equal to 1 to n xy. That means xi by a. Otherwise simply you can write summation xy, no problem. And in the examination you can write summation xy if you have any confusion. So otherwise you can write summation I equal to 1 to n xi by a, xi minus xi by a. You can write. Okay. So this equal to, send these terms that side. Send these terms that side means what you get? Summation I equal to 1 to n. Summation I equal to 1 to n ax plus summation I equal to 1 to n bx square. Summation I equal to 1 to n bx square. That means what is the second normal equation? You will get summation I equal to 1 to n xy is equal to a is a constant or not? Constant means that should be separated. Separated means what you get? A into summation I equal to 1 to n x plus constant should be separated. What is the constant? B into summation I equal to 1 to n x square. This is equation number 3. Okay. Now I got two equations. Two constants are there. So I have taken what is that? Dou e by dou a equal to 0. I am getting one equation. Second one, dou e by dou b equal to 0. I am getting the second normal equation. So 2 and 3 are called normal equations. What is the question I have given? Derive the normal equations of a straight line. So derive the normal equations of a straight line. Straight line has how many normal equations? Straight line has 2 normal equations. So first one, equation number 2 already you got. What is the second equation? Summation y equal to na plus b summation x. That is one normal equation. And what is the second normal equation? Summation xy equal to a summation x plus b summation x square. If you solve 2 and 3, automatically you will get a value and b value. Two equations if I know. If you solve those equations, you will get the constant values. Okay? So I think all of you understood up to this. Right on next line. Right on the next line. Equations 2 and 3. Equations 2 and 3 are called, equations 2 and 3 are called normal equations. Equations 2 and 3 are called normal equations to equation 1. to equation 1. Equations 2 and 3 are called normal equations. Equations 2 and 3 are called normal equations to equation 1. Equation 1 means what is that? Straight line. Y equal to a plus bx. So y equal to a plus bx. Two normal equations I got. What are the normal equations? This 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 are called normal equations to equation 1. Full stop. Continuation. If you solve these normal equations, if you solve these normal equations, we get, if you solve these normal equations, we get the estimated values. If you solve these normal equations, we get the estimated values. If you solve, what you will get? You will get a value and b value. Okay? You will get a number. Okay, a value number and b value number. Okay, so after solving these equations, we get the estimated values. We get the estimated values of a and b, small a and small b, of a and b are A and b are a crown and b crown respectively. A crown ante whatever value you got. Okay, value may be 5, value may be 8, whatever. Okay, that is denoted as estimated value. A crown means estimated value. Okay, so a and b are a crown and b crown respectively. A crown and b crown respectively. Therefore, next line. Therefore, the required straight line equation. Therefore, the required straight line equation is given by. The required straight line equation is given by y equal to a crown plus b crown x. Y equal to a crown plus b crown x. A crown means whatever a value you got. Suppose a value you are getting a value you are getting 5. So that means a crown value is 5. Estimated value is 5. B crown suppose you are getting 3. So estimated value of b is denoted by b crown. So b crown value is 3. Suppose that means y equal to 5 plus 3x, like this. You will get the equation. When we do problems, you will understand. Okay, this is called 5. So 5 is estimated value of a. Estimated value of a is denoted by a crown. Okay, estimated value of b is denoted by b crown. Okay, so b crown and a crown is nothing but whatever a value and whatever b value you got in the problem. Okay, so now all of you understood how to derive the normal equations of a straight line. How to derive the normal equations of a straight line. So I think all of you understood this one. So this is the derivation for straight line, fitting up a straight line. Otherwise, derive the normal equations of the straight line. So what I am considering? I am considering a straight line equation. So I have already told what is the straight line equation form. If you did not mention anything, always straight line equation form is y equal to a plus bx only. A plus bx. If you did not mention the form. Suppose sometimes y equal to ax plus b. This is also a straight line. This is also a straight line. If you specifically mention, you can consider this form and you can do the derivation. If you specifically mention this form, you can do this one. Otherwise, if you did not mention anything, simply we'll ask let derive the normal equations of a straight line. So that means you can take any one. Obviously, you can consider y equal to a plus bx. Okay, y equal to a plus bx. If you want, you can consider this one and you can do the normal equations. So the concept is same. Okay, so that means this is y and this is f of x. Here this is y and this is f of x. Okay, so this is the first question. So derive the normal equations of a straight line. Practice well. If you have any doubts in the next class, you can ask. Okay, thank you.